Welcome to Your Health is Your Wealth. My name is Argo Duenas, and I'm your host for today. I'm also the owner of Back to Nature Health and Wellness Center, a local holistic center that has served the Baltimore, D.C., Virginia area for over 30 years. In celebration and in honor of Black History Month, I truly have as my very special guest today Miss Jackie Allsup. Ms. Allsup is the president of the NAACP of Anne Arundel County. She's a prominent social justice and civil rights activist. She is here today to share her inspiring story. Jackie has been in the trenches and on the front lines for over 40 years, fighting for social justice and our civil liberties. She's here to inspire us today to truly get involved and make a difference in the community. Welcome, Jackie, to Your Health is Your Wealth.
Thank you, Argo, so much for having me here today.
And I'm just truly humbled and honored to have you. You have been on a mission, a woman on a mission for over 40 years, Jackie. You have touched, moved, and inspired so many people and truly have made an impact and a difference in our community. And I'm grateful, eternally grateful to you for the changes that have been made.
Oh, thank you for that.
Before we talk about, the NAACP, its history, and some of your accomplishments, and what's happening with the NAACP today, and some of their concerns in the community. Tell us about Jackie.
Okay.
And where you came from, your childhood, and your family.
Okay.
I just want my viewers to get a real upfront and personal interview with you.
Let me say this. I am the daughter of Ella Boone and the late Carol Boone. I have two sisters and one brother. I have a son, Richard Allsup III, and a daughter, Marcy Allsup, 3 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandson. I was born in Pasadena, Maryland, moved to Annapolis, lived in Annapolis for about 20 years, and then moved back to Glen Burnie, and I'm living in Glen Burnie now. But growing up, I attended Jacobsville Elementary School from the 1st to the 5th grade. Then, when they built Freetown School, I then attended Freetown Elementary School. And back then, you graduated from the 6th grade.
Right.
So I graduated from Freetown Elementary School.
Right.
And from there, I went to Bates High School. Went to Bates High School from the 7th to 11th grade. And in 1966, there was a law that you had to go to the nearest school where you lived.
Right.
So then I went to Glen Burnie High School and graduated from Glen Burnie High School in 1966.
Right.
While at Glen Burnie High School, I was recognized for the community work that I've done as an adult and was inducted to the Glen Burnie Wall of Honor. And I found that to be quite an honor for me. But I want to say something about Jacobsville Elementary School. It is not the Jacobsville Elementary School that you know today. The Jacobsville Elementary School that I went to the building is still located on Mount Zion United Methodist Church's property. That school was a 3-room school.
Wow.
And there were, in one room was 1st and 2nd grade. The next room was 3rd and 4th grade. And the last room was the 5th and 6th grade.
Wow.
There was one teacher for each room. That was the norm for us. And there was the same type of school in the Freetown area. In Anne Arundel County, African Americans lived in different areas of the community.
True.
And we lived, there was Magathie, there was Freetown, there was Queenstown, there was Cedar Hill.
Right.
And those are the areas we lived in. And for high school, students were bused from all of those areas to go to high school,
Right.
because Bates High School was the only high school for African Americans.
Well, same here, because I am a native Annapolitan, and my family had a home in the Fourth Ward, right here in Annapolis, and we actually walked we had our elementary school was Adams Park. That was Adams Park Elementary School.
Yes.
Okay, so we went there, and then from there we went to Stanton Center. And then from Stanton Center,
I attended Stanton Center. I was there.
Yeah, so we had a choice after that whether we wanted to go to Annapolis High School or we wanted to go to Bates.
Oh, okay.
So I went to Annapolis High School, Jackie, and it was quite challenging for me because we talk about a little bit about discrimination and how the busing and all of that. Well, when I went to Annapolis High School, I was the only African American in all of my classes, even in the 12th grade. And I got called the N-word. I remember one time a student put a tack in my seat and I fell on the floor. But I did not let that deter me from, my education. And this is what I have so admired about you, Jackie. We worked at Crownsville State Hospital together. And you continued your education in nursing.
Yes.
And I want you to elaborate on that a little bit, and really tell us, when you were younger, what your goals, aspirations, and dreams were, and who were some of your role models, those who inspired you. I remember I had elementary school teachers and junior high school teachers, and I can remember them vividly, always inspiring me to do my best and to excel in whatever my life's journey would be. So who are some of your mentors and role models, and what were your dreams, goals, and aspirations first?
Okay, let me continue a little bit more with my education.
Right.
I am a graduate of Leadership Anne Arundel.
Okay.
And by being a graduate of Leadership Anne Arundel, it afforded me the opportunity to gain awareness and understanding of the county and how the county worked. It also gave me some hands-on experience. I graduated from Anne Arundel Community College with an AA degree in nursing, then to Bowie State University, where I received my BSN and my master's degree in nursing administration.
Right.
My area of specialty was mental health and administration.
Right.
The inspiration for me to become a nurse was, my mom is the biggest inspiration in my life. She's my rock. She's my go-to person when I need to talk with someone, I need to have a conversation.
Is your mom still with us?
My mom is still with us. In fact, she will be 90 on June the 2nd. She's still with it, and I am very happy and blessed to still have her. When I was younger, I wanted to be a social worker. I wanted to be a social worker because I thought social workers are the people that help others. And that's what I wanted to do, help others. Looking at my mother and looking at the work that she did inspired me to want to be like her and want to help others. But I ended up in the healthcare profession, and that's a helping profession as well.
Absolutely.
In the healthcare profession, I worked for the state of Maryland for 30 years, started out as a healthcare aide and ended up as the assistant director of nurses.
Right. I remember.
And from there...
That was at Crownsville, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And from there, I went to Anne Arundel Community College, which is my alma mater.
Right.
And was a professor in the nursing department in the nursing department, where I taught mental health nursing, and was part of the instrumental in developing an online course with other members that were in my course. I was the coordinator for mental health in the nursing department.
Okay.
Other people that inspired me were people like Yvola Peters. And I think a lot of people know Yvola, but she was a great inspiration. But Dolores Chambers and the late Dolores Chambers.
That's right, Dr. Chambers.
Yeah,
Yes,
Dr. Chambers
yes.
was one of my teachers, and one of the things that she always said is, and she always gave me inspirational messages. She encouraged me to do better and want to do better. Mrs. Finney, another teacher of mine, who also was very encouraging and inspiring in my life. I also wanted to continue to help people, so I thought it would be great if I become a candidate and run for public office.
Absolutely, Jackie.
So I offered up myself
That's
as a
right.
candidate.
That's right.
And I ran for House of Delegates for District 30.
What, do you remember the year?
It was in 1998.
Yeah. Okay. You know, we were very excited and very happy about that for you, because you've had how many runs?
Well, I ran for the
House of Delegates,
House of Delegates for District 30 in
Right.
1998, then Judge of the Orphans Court in 2001, and then Register of Wills
Right.
in 2006. The campaign managers I had, Norman Braley,
Okay, I remember.
George Phelps,
Yes.
Eugene Peterson. Those men and the experience I gained and the knowledge that I gained from them helped me to grow
Absolutely.
and to continue to work in the community. I was successful in winning the primary, but I lost in the general. But that did not stop me
Absolutely.
from wanting to continue to work in the community.
Absolutely, Jackie. You are truly, like I said, you've been in the trenches. You've been on the front line for over 40 years. I mean,
quite a
because
while.
we know our age, where we are now in the season
Yes.
of our life.
Yes.
So you have been truly an inspiration to all of us to stay focused, stay the course, persevere. You've been a trailblazer and a pathfinder. You've gotten many, many awards for the work and a lot of recognition for the work that you're doing in the community. And now with feminine energy rising on the planet and women, we're taking back our power and standing in our truth about right now. It is our time. And Jackie, you have, like I said, you've been a pathfinder, a trailblazer, and you still are making waves. When you took your leadership course, that was, you said 1977?
No, when I took
Anne Arundel?
Leadership Anne Arundel,
Yes.
that was in 98.
98. Okay.
And I am a lifetime member
Okay.
of Leadership Anne Arundel.
So you, from the very beginning, had an awareness and a consciousness of really wanting to be a community servant, and like you say, offer up yourself. Now you have been elected again, am I right?
Yes.
As the president of the NAACP, but this is your fourth term. Am I right?
Yes.
Your fourth term.
Yeah, I did 3 terms.
Yes.
And then we had Reverend Tillette
Yes.
as president for 2 terms. And now I'm back again.
How many is a term? A term is
2 years.
2 years. Okay. So tell our viewers something about the NAACP. Give us a little bit of history and some of the accomplishments over the years.
Okay, well, let me share this with you.
Okay.
And I think it's important. It's important to me. What really inspired me to become a member of the NAACP
Okay.
is my late mother-in-law,
Oh.
Bernice Allsup.
Oh my goodness.
At the age of 20, Miss Bernice told me there's 2 things you need to do. You need to register to vote, and you need to join the NAACP. So at an early age, I joined the NAACP, and I registered to vote, and I continued to vote each year. The NAACP was founded in 1909, and February of 1909, February 12th, in fact, 1909, and it is now 110 years old.
Wow.
It is the oldest civil rights organization that we have nationally. We have over 2,200 branches.
Okay.
And the Anne Arundel County is one of those branches. In working with the NAACP, let me mention also about the Anne Arundel County branch.
Right.
The Anne Arundel County branch was founded in 1944. We were chartered in 1944.
Okay, that was before I was born.
Yeah, and me too. And was chartered in 1944. And this year we will be 75 years old.
Wow.
Some of my role models that I would say for the NAACP, one would be Mary McLeod Bethune, because she was an activist, an educator, and a civil rights leader. Mary McLeod Bethune was also the founder of what is known now as a Bethune-Cookman College.
Right.
Another role model is Rosa Parks. And I say Rosa Parks because Rosa Parks is known for, back in December of 1955, when she was arrested for not giving up her seat on the bus. And I remember myself as a teenager, we had to take public transportation.
Yes.
And when we would get on the bus, as an African American, when I got on the bus, there were other people of other color that were on the bus, or I should say white folks that were on the bus. When they saw us get on the bus, they would slide to the end of their seats so that we wouldn't have a place to sit. But I always found me a seat. I was determined that I was going to sit and not stand, because they had a bus that you would hold on to as you ride, as you would go on. When I think about some of the accomplishments of our branch, the first thing comes to mind is the Thalheimer Award. We were awarded the Thalheimer Award back in 2009, and that award is a national award, and it's given to one branch, and we were that branch.
So it was under your presidency.
It was under my presidency, and that was because of the work that all of our programs were doing. And of course, it wasn't just me. It was the executive committee and the membership who worked here in Anne Arundel County on committees such as the Health Committee, the Education Committee, Economic Development Committee, Juvenile Justice, Criminal Justice. Those were committees and are committees that we have today that are extremely active, and those committees are addressing those issues of discrimination and racism as it impacts.
Can you give us an example of some of the complaints that you all have had with NAACP, and how those complaints have been resolved?
I can share with you categories of complaints. And the NAACP is known for a lot. People will file complaints with the NAACP.
Absolutely.
And we've received many complaints as it relates to the Anne Arundel County public school system and the disparities in treatment of African Americans, and we still have an achievement gap in Anne Arundel County public schools.
Yes, we do.
And I'm sure the audience is aware of the racist issues that have been occurring within the schools throughout Anne Arundel County. We've also received complaints as it relates to promotions in private companies and within Anne Arundel County itself. We've had complaints as it relates to the police department.
Just recently.
Yes, and complaints as it relates not only to the police department, but we've had also complaints that was related to the health department. So discrimination has and disparities and racism has occurred throughout this county, and it is an issue that we, not only the NAACP, that many of us who live in Anne Arundel County are addressing today.
Jackie, I'm really concerned about what's happening in our communities in reference to even housing. We do have an affordable housing crisis. There's income equality here. How can people get involved? And tell us, give us a website for the NAACP, and why would you encourage people to get involved?
Well, I would say one person can make a difference.
Praise God. That's right.
And everybody should try. One way of getting involved is volunteering. Just by volunteering in your community and offering yourself will make you feel better about yourself and what you do. Make a commitment. Even if you make a commitment to something that you want to do for your community. It could be that you may just make a commitment to yourself that you want to, say for example, you're watching the news. So then you want to begin to look at the local news. Then when you see issues that are happening locally in your community, then you want to investigate those issues and research those issues. And then after that, then you want to talk to people. You want to talk to people and also debate about the issues that's happening in your community. Because now what you're doing is you are informing others of what's happening in the community. And by having done research on whatever that topic is, you're now offering some solutions and encouraging people to get even more involved and to get things done within the community.
What is the NAACP's website address? Do you have that for us?
The website address for the NAACP is www.annearundlecounty.org, and Anne Arundel County is spelled out.
Okay, give it to the viewers again.
Okay, it's www.annearundlecounty, NAACP.org. And we also have a Facebook page, and we'd like to ask you to like us on our Facebook page. When going to our website and Facebook page, you will find the dates and time and locations of our meetings. We meet the third Saturday of every month, and we rotate the meetings around the county. We have one in North County, South County, West County, and right here in Annapolis.
Now, Jackie, not only are you a member of the NAACP, president of the NAACP, but there are several other organizations that you have membership in and are president of. So can you share with our viewers those particular organizations that is really also making a difference in the community?
Well, I am the president of the Continental Society Incorporated, Anne Arundel County chapter, and it's an organization that provides service to underserved children.
Now, are these all women?
These are all women. These are all women. I've also been a member of the Coalition of 100 Black Women, the Anne Arundel County Delta Sigma Theta organization, and all of these organizations are women who are dedicated and who have volunteered their time to give back to the community and to work in the community in areas of economic, health, education, criminal justice, and they're also working with youth. So all of those organizations are very important within our communities.
Why is it important, Jackie, for us to not only get informed but also get involved in making a difference in our community? Because like I said, I've just admired you so much over the years, and I have I've seen some changes via NAACP. I've gone to many fundraisers that you are involved in, and so I know it. That as a community, when we work together, we can bring about change. So for you, why is it important, and why do we need mentorship too? Because I noticed in our growth and development and in our progression in the political and social world, having a coach, a mentor, and positive role models can truly make a difference. Okay.
Yeah. Well, as I mentioned before, getting involved will keep you knowledgeable of what's going on in your community. And when you know what's going on in your community, you can make a difference.
Praise God. Well, thank you for watching Your Health is Your Wealth. I want you to give another final comment because I think we got a few more minutes. You're so inspiring and you're really helping us today to really, tap into the power within and, and be guided by our inner spirit. And I know that's just what you've done all of your life, Jackie. You are a woman of compassion and a heart for people. And I think that when we follow our path, follow our calling, we can have a great impact. So any other final comments you want to
Well,
make?
I would like to make mention of our Freedom Fund dinner. That this is an annual event, and it's the only major fundraiser that the NAACP has, which will be coming, which we have every November.
Okay.
So please stay on the lookout for the date of the Freedom Fund.
And that's in November, right?
That's in November.
All right. God bless you. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for being my special guest today. And I'm sure you have truly touched, moved, and inspired someone to
Thank
make a
you.
difference in the community because
you.
you truly have. God bless
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. And thank you for watching Your Health is Your Wealth. Remember, in this very present moment, we do have the power to take charge of our life and our health. Have a marvelous day today. And thank you, Ms. Jackie, again. God bless
Thank you. God bless you.